Hello, Dr. Karen Can here, and welcome to this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest. I've been hearing from people, I'm so sick and tired of this pandemic. I'm hearing, wish this would end. I'm also hearing, I just want to get out of here. I even have a friend who's like, wow, the next spaceship out of here, aliens take me away. I get it, right? There's a lot of things that are super uncomfortable right now that's going on in the world, and it actually, believe it or not, is for our highest and greatest good. Why? You're like, why? We'd rather have like a peaceful, joyful society. Well, guess what? This is the way to that peaceful, joyful society. Yeah, there's no way around it. We actually, as humanity, have to go through it. Yeah, I know it's messy. But there's a difference between, putting all your junk in a closet when people come over to visit versus actually cleaning the junk and mess up in your house, right? And that's something that, yes, I am working on. But I digress. So, what if you do want out? Now, I'm not talking about leaving your body, I'm not talking about necessarily going on a spaceship. We've had offers, but I'm talking about what if there was a way in which you could peacefully say no to the things that you feel are morally wrong or unethical or unlawful or unhealthy, to be fully sovereign, to be fully free, if you will. And talk about will, that's one of the things we were given as a gift, embodied in this human experience, is something called free will. Now, I know that right now, if you're looking on Facebook and the news and things like that, it really looks like humanity doesn't have free will. But I promise you, we do. Our choices have consequences. And sometimes those choices can be really uncomfortable because the consequences can be uncomfortable. In fact, this week, one of my friends asked me, hey, you know what? I'm hearing that people that, don't want the jibby jabby thing are talking about their freedom. They want freedom, and that's why they don't want this jibby jabby thing. And she's like, well, yeah, but I'm seeing that they have less freedom than the people that did the jibby jabby thing, right? Like they can, they can't go to work, they get fired. If you don't put that little thingy on your face, you can't go to certain areas and certain locales and things like that. That's less freedom, not more freedom. So how does that all work? Like, how could you want freedom, but also not agree or comply with the rules to get that freedom, right? I mean, that's not how she said it, but I'm paraphrasing. So I answered in this way. There is a small picture and a big picture. And the small picture is absolutely true. Some of us who are making decisions that is based on our integrity, our morals, things like that, for the reason of not following through on some of the quote unquote rules and mandates and things like that that are going on right now, yeah, it looks like on the surface we have less freedoms. Less freedom to fly, less freedom to travel, less freedom to, I don't know, go to a grocery store in certain areas, things like that, without complying to certain rules. And supposedly this is going to be amplified in other areas of our lives, not just these areas in the future. In some ways, almost some people would argue punishing the ones that don't want the jibby jabby. And so, yeah, it looks like those that want their freedom have the least freedom right now. So what's with that, right? Then there's the big picture. The big picture, and that's where I perceive my reality, is from that big picture. The big picture is, yes, me personally, I have less freedom personally to go visit my parents in Canada, you know, to, figure skate the local rink that's run by New York State without a thingy on my face, right? To not wear the thingy on my face when I'm flying on an airplane, so therefore I'm driving. So you're like, okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm choosing that. Why? Why would I choose so-called losing my freedoms when when people are saying they want their freedom, right? Like that, it seems counterintuitive, right? But the big picture people are like, I'm willing to sacrifice my personal freedoms in the small picture to make sure that our generations that come after us, our children, our grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, have freedom in the bigger space. Now, we know from other areas of the world, and I won't say which countries, okay, so other areas of the world, there isn't that kind of big freedom that we are used to here in North America. And people in North America are like, oh, that'll never happen here, Well, the thing is, it sort of already did. It's just little by little by little, and that's how it's done. If you want the playbook on how it's done perfectly, that's kind of like what we're experiencing. So yeah, I'm giving up my mini freedoms, if you will, my personal freedoms, so that all of humanity can be free in the future. So that's part of my job. That's part of my mission. It does not have to be part of yours. And I'm not judging anyone for choosing the jibby jabby or not choosing the jibby jabby, because it really, at the end of the day, is your choice. And that's the way I believe it should be. Your choice, your sovereignty. I personally do not expect someone else to go through a medical procedure for me, especially somebody, who's not choosing that, right? Yeah. So this gets to what next? The people that are saying, I want out now. There actually is a way. There actually is a way. And I'm not talking about going on a spaceship, okay? That's a different way. But there actually is a way. Now, there's the metaphysical way. The metaphysical way, of course, is resonating the frequency of your ideal reality in every cell and every fiber of your being. Be love, be peace, be joy. And that brings in different circumstances in the future. And sometimes it looks messy before it looks good. So just know that a lot is being revealed. A lot of things we didn't know about is now out in the open. So it's like, hello, there's real stuff out there right now. It's not, although things are hidden too, but purposefully and not purposefully, but things are being revealed. So it's all good. So on the metaphysical level, if you're a light warrior like I am, our jobs are to resonate that frequency of love, peace, harmony, joy for all, elevate our light, right? Elevate our consciousness. It is challenging, I admit, to do this when we're physically distanced from each other, when we don't necessarily have permission in certain locales to even congregate, like in churches and things like that, and not allowed in certain locales. So how does one feel supported, right? Well, there is another way to get out of here. Now, that is joining a private society that does not put upon its citizens that they are a ruler of you or me, but that the people in the society have free will and free choice and are not under the requirements of our current society to do certain things that they feel is against their will and against their ethics and integrity. So I'm going to link underneath this video some information, and this is from the proclamationofpeace.org, and it really is about how to live in a peaceful society with status so that you can engage or not, if you choose not to, in our current society in a way that makes you sovereign, that makes you be able to make choices that are for your highest and greatest good without someone else saying you can't. How cool is that? So there is a society called the DaVita Private Society. So Source has finally given me the A-OK to share this with you. I personally am going through the steps to join the society. I think that you need to, watch the videos, see if it resonates with you. But if you're in that place where you want real choice, real three-dimensional physical choice, aside from your metaphysical choices, right? This might be the right thing for you. So read, watch, understand thoroughly, and see if joining the society is right for you. It's free to join, so it's not like a big cost or anything like that. And it's really only for people who want to do this peacefully. So that's the key, and that's what really resonated with me. So I'll put some of the links below, proclamationofpeace.org, as well as I'll put the playlist for the videos that are up already. Definitely watch them all first before you join and see if it resonates with you. Now, today's Topican healing, mini healing, is going to be about two aspects of sovereignty. One is releasing and healing whatever can heal right now that's preventing you from being fully sovereign, body, mind, and soul. And the second one is to heal any unwillingness or resistance to being sovereign. Yeah, believe it or not, we have that. It's subconscious, but we have unwillingness because there are consequences to really fully stepping into our power. People may not like us, we'd be different, maybe we won't be popular, there's all sorts of reasons, and they're mostly subconscious. So that's what we're going to do the healing on today. And so if you are in a place where it's nice and safe, you can go ahead and close your eyes, just make the intention to receive. I'm going to be saying out loud the Topican healing directive to do this healing on everyone's behalf. And your job is just to notice the feeling in the body, like be in the body, be in the present moment by being in your body, feeling whatever energy or movement is in the body. I call that stillness through observing internal movement. That's a technique that's in my Sensitivity is Your Superpower book. All right, so go ahead and close your eyes if it's safe to do that. I now command that anything preventing you from being fully sovereign, body, mind, and soul in this and all other timelines where you exist, be healed, resolved with ease, speed, and grace in the highest and best way. I now command that any resistance to being sovereign be healed. I now command that any unwillingness to experience and be sovereign in all timelines where you exist be healed and resolved in the highest and best way, all directions of time with ease, speed, and grace. Thank you. So you can open your eyes. I'd love it if you could put in the comments what that felt like in the body, what kind of energy, if you felt any energy moving in the body. Would love to have that feedback. Thank you so much. And some announcements for this week. So the Light Warrior radio show on Monday, I decided I was going to re-air one of the most popular recordings, the most popular radio show of 2021 so far. And that was one called The Missing Link in Self-Care with Deanna Hansen. Now, Deanna Hansen is the creator of block therapy. I'm a big fan of block therapy. Why? Well, here's the thing. Many of us people in the energy medicine realm really love doing energy healing, right? Getting fast and quick shifts and just speed healing. And at the same time, we are in a physical 3D body, and we are made of physical 3D components. One of those components in our bodies is fascia. Fascia is something that looks like a spider web in our bodies, and it's three-dimensional, and it creates structure as well as connection to all of our organs, glands, cells, bones. It's all connected through soft tissue and fascia. This fascia is an amazing organ. I have much more respect for it now than I ever did in medical school while in surgery where we were just trying to cut it away. Fascia is an incredible organ. You know, the fascia and the fascial fluid are like your crystalline part of your body. You get communications from source there. Now, here's the thing. If the fascia is distorted, shortened, scarred, torn, and most of the time it's tight and distorted because of the way we stand, the way we sit, our bad habits, looking down, looking at smartphones. And we, with age and gravity, you know, this fascia winds down and just causes this caving in our bodies. So what I love is block therapy to help unwind that fascia in a big way. And it really is an anti-aging secret. So 4 Mondays, 12 noon Eastern radio show. I'm going to re-air this missing link to self-care so you can understand the importance of fascia in your body. And these days, people are hearing about, you know, people with like low oxygen and poor circulation and things like that. Well, guess what? Taking care of your fascia helps that tremendously. So I do different protocols, you know, in block therapy. And one of the protocols I'm recently doing is called the pelvic floor one. It's like a 3 classes. Oh, that one's intense. You're literally sitting on a block. Yeah, that one's intense. Not for beginners, so I wouldn't recommend it for beginners. And here's the thing, I will put a link in my newsletter as well as below this video in case you want to explore block therapy. I highly, highly recommend it as part of your self-care regimen, right? You have your energy clearing, you've got your hydration, you've got your nutrition and minerals, right? You have exercise. And this is a big part of that is really restructuring your fascia back to its original state. You might notice you get taller. You might notice your waist gets slimmer. You might notice that, you know, curves start to happen where you maybe didn't have them, or they were kind of squished and tight down. You may notice that, you know, that double or triple chin that is or was starting to form starts to back down. You might notice that in addition to, you know, the pain, you know, releasing in the body, you may notice that your skin feels, you know, tighter, that you have more relaxation, and that you're able to stand and walk in a more balanced way. So join me in this re-aired show on Monday at 12 noon to learn about the missing link in self-care. So a couple of the other announcements today is as of this recording of this video, the next Monday, which is October 25th at 4 p.m. Eastern, I will be interviewed by Darius from UWealth Revolution about the 5 healing types, discovering your unique divine path. So a lot of people ask me about, you know, how come it's so hard to heal, or why is it so long for me and so easy for so-and-so, or why are my issues so challenging and other people's aren't? How come, you know, regular medicine or conventional medicine works for so-and-so, but I've tried acupuncture, I've tried herbs, I've tried naturopathic medicine, I've tried homeopathic medicine, and it's still not enough. I still feel sick. Well, you probably need to know what your spiritual healing type is. So join me Monday at 4 p.m. for that interview. We're going to be doing readings, group healing. The group healing we're doing includes what I call a God team upgrade or a source team upgrade. So this is to help your helpers be able to help you, your guardian angels. So we're going to upgrade you with more angels, more of those that have infinite healing powers, and any specialists that you want to add to your team. And we're going to make sure that your team is clean too, because there are some spirits that like to pretend that they are on your guide team, and they're actually not there for your highest and greatest good. So we're going to do that cleanup on Monday. So definitely check that live at 4 p.m. Eastern. The second announcement under events is that the following Saturday, the 30th, I'm doing a 3-hour workshop specifically honing in on your spiritual intuitive gifts, your clairs, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience. You know, how do you tell which is your dominant? You know, what do you do to access these gifts more? We're going to be showing you a new procedure or protocol to really help you in that space. So if that interests you to be able to access your intuition at will as quickly as possible, as well as develop some of your other superpowers, definitely register for that, and I'll put the link near this video as well. So thank you so much for joining me. I love connecting with you through YouTube. And you know what? Definitely put in some comments on how it felt with the Topican healing, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.